me. Okay, of course, it is early morning. Maybe you are in a so difficult position, but still, okay. So we are all living on same land. Yeah, thank you all. So I came to Scotland. Yeah, namaste, madam. A year ago. So we had a very good meditation session in, I guess, a Hindu temple. Sandeep, what is the
Yes, sir.
name of the temple?
Yes, it's in
Yeah,
Hindi temple.
Hindu temple. So I met a lot of North Indian masters on that day. And since then, I know Sandeep, and we had a lot of conversations on and off. And so, really, I have to call Sandeep as founder for Scotland Pyramid Spiritual Society. So, I'm very happy that the Telugu Sangam and the
Association.
Indian Association and the Indian communities, they are doing great job.
And also the Hindu Mandir,
And
sir, adding to that.
yeah, Hindu Mandir, maybe a couple of organizations. And so right now I'm living in Sale in Manchester. So I came here to do my master's in public health. I'm graduated in MBBS in Siddhartha Medical Vijayawada in India, Andhra Pradesh. Belongs to Visakhapatnam as a native place. So first I want to share my experiences in brief, just for a couple of minutes. And after that, I assume that there are some beginners in this call. So beginners means maybe new to meditation in this lifetime. That is how I feel. Probably without having past balance, especially without doing something about this meditation and spiritual journey in the past lives, it is not that so easy directly coming into this Anapanasati meditation. Because I can tell you, the guys who have joined today definitely are 1 in 1 lakh. So there are certain gates to reach to this point. Like if you take the post-graduation, the PG students means it obviously it indicates that he has completed the schooling after that degree, and then only he can come into post-graduation. This is also something like that. So that's why every one of you have already done something in the past. So that's why we are here today discussing about the higher wisdom, exclusively the meditation and true spiritual journey. So for the beginner's sake, I want to teach the basic 12 spiritual tablets in a nutshell. And then the today's higher topic I want to discuss. So these are the three things I want to narrate today in brief in half an hour. So regarding my journey, so like everyone, so I started my meditation during my 4th year degree in MBBS. So through my classmates, I was initiated. And after doing meditation initially, by the time we were a strong devotees of Sat Sai, and of course on and off Shirdi Sai also I used to follow, but very little. Then after coming into meditation, within few days I got third eye experiences. So many colors, pictures and forest sceneries like that I used to see at my third eye point. And then after 14th, 15th day, I started seeing Shirdi Sai Baba in my meditation. So I thought being a very voracious non-vegetarian eater, and I know my mind, is it that so easy to see a God in my meditation? Maybe this is all just like imagination like that, I thought. And after that, I went to Kurnool. I met the founder of this organization, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, along with some couple of few masters, because this is all way back to 1994. There are no much masters at the time. But those 3 days I spent in Kurnool, in that pyramid, all the masters' experiences, they used to go out of the body, they used to get out of body experiences. And really being a medical doctor, for me, it's a very big jolt, And so after going through all those experiences and the people, I felt only two things. Either it may be absolutely true, or it may be a mad science, and all these people are simply mad. So with that wise junction, I came back to my college, and we had a lot of discussion among the friends. We are an 8-member group. And we thought, okay, why don't we give a trial? It looks like a very great science at one end. Simply, we can't live just like that. So we started doing very vigorous meditation, 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. At one point of time, I sit 21 hours in the hostel room. After coming from the posting hospital, I sat in meditation at 2 o'clock, and I started doing it continuously. I got a astral body experience and third eye experience. So many experience I got. All my questions were answered, but still I want to see what happens next. Like that, I sit. So that vigorous meditation and book reading and sharing among the friends. So it gave us a very beautiful conclusions that we have a lot of potential in our internal reliance. By doing meditation, we can activate it and we can heal our problems. By that time, I used to get pharyngitis complaint very frequently. If I'm exposed to very cold weather, some cold water, I used to get the running nose and the throat problem. Maybe most of the people will, even your children also may have such kind of problems. That problem I have completely cured through meditation. Even till today, it has been 24 years, friends. I never used any medicine. Earlier, I used to take antibiotics every year, at least 3 to 4 times in a year. And after that, I used homeopathy for some time. So being a medical doctor, if I am unable to find solution for myself, then what I am doing? So that question always pinched to me. But after coming into meditation, with that spiritual energy and self-healing techniques and the knowledge path, it gave me some solutions, wisdom solutions. I completely cured myself. Similarly, the whole of my family members also, one after other, they came into meditation. They solved their own problems. Like my brother used to have some giddiness kind of problem. He's a software engineer. And my first Vadina, Bobby, she came out of her severe low back pain without surgery. She cured herself. My father used to have severe gastritis problem and of course a mild hypertension. He stopped medicine after 1 to 2 years of his own meditation. Like that, every one of my family members, one after other, slowly they came into meditation. Usually we take a lot of non-vegetarian food according to my own family, religion and customs. But slowly, one after other, completely they turn into vegetarian. And after completing my medicine degree, I came back to my native place, Visakhapatnam. And almost for 4 years, I worked with so many nursing homes. Initially, I got anesthesia post-graduation, but because I am interested more into this meditation and nursing home kind of thing in rural service, I didn't join into that anesthesia degree because it doesn't suit to my general practice. And in parallel, I started teaching this meditation to so many people. I have conducted thousands of meditation sessions like this in the rural villages. And so many patients, they used to come into meditation over a period of time. They used to heal themselves and they started teaching to other people. So like that, it became a very big community. And with that experience, the clinical experience as well as the meditation experience, I went to Andaman Islands all of a sudden. So today topic, I want to highlight that particular part actually. So I will tell anyway in the third part of my presentation today. So there actually I got my enlightenment experience, the true enlightenment experience. So with that, I concluded my search about this meditation and guru and path and everything. And with that complete understanding, I came back to Visakhapatnam and I started my mission under the name of Meditation Health Clinic in 2003. And in parallel with my medical prescription, I used to give spiritual prescriptions to my patients. How many hours of meditation they are supposed to do, what books they are supposed to read, what spiritual audios and videos they are supposed to watch, and to whom they are supposed to talk, and the full moon meditation, pyramid meditation, all these things I used to give as a spiritual. So maybe that is a unique prescription, I don't know, in this world who might have given such kind of things. But I am the only one in a unique way used to give that spiritual prescription. After 1.5 months, again, they will come back to me with their own experiences. Based on their experiences, again, I will give them another set of spiritual principles. So like that, there are around 40 masters who they are used to work under me in this path. And slowly that clinic developed into 7 centers in Visakhapatnam, the rural and urban together. And over a period of 1.5 years, out of 1,200 case sheets recordedly we took, 750 cases were more than 95% successful. Means after 1 year, after 6 months, they completely stopped medicines. They stopped going to doctor. Just they are taking the spiritual solutions and they made themselves completely healthy. So after doing such a massive project, really being a doctor, I got a tremendous joy in me. Being an MBBS doctor, I am successful in giving solutions for a lifetime problems like hypertension, diabetes, gynecological problems, severe low back pain, which is supposed to go for surgery, and some exceptional problems which have, they don't have any solution even in medicine also. So then I thought, not only with this clinic, let me work out with a nursing home because that is my dream project as a medical doctor. So I took a rural nursing home on a higher basis. It is a 25-bedded hospital, 3 floors. So I used to live in there only. And apart from the regular allopathic nursing home, the top floor, I kept exclusively for this spiritual kind of training. So it is a combination of allopathic treatment. It is just a supportive allopathic treatment. Maybe a couple of doctors may be there in this who have medical knowledge. So severe illnesses I used to admit, and whatever the conservative management I'm supposed to give, that may be a pain care or a respiratory breathing care, I used to give. Apart from that, an intensive meditation program with a complete vegetarian zone I maintained. So in that environment, almost for 2.5 years time, we took around 280 cases were admitted in that. After that, 80 cases were more than 80 to 90% successful. In that, severe back pain cases which are supposed to go for surgery, and HIV cases, and some of the 3rd and 4th stage cancers also I used to admit. I doesn't say that cancer cases were completely cured, but they are out of the fear. They are ready to die anytime. They understand what exactly they did and why they are into that miserable state. All these things they used to understand very well in a span of 40 days to 2 months time. So after that, I had a complete, understanding about this path. Then I wrote some books with my complete family support. I came out of that nursing home. I sold that nursing home and I came out of it. And since 2008, I became a full-timer for this kind of workshops and spiritual counselings. And I started opening these kind of centers with the help of my patients and some service supporters. So over a period of time, those clinics developed in the name of meditation health centers and Pyramid Dhyana Arogya Kendras in rural, and in city it is called Real Relief Centers. Like that, at one point of time, I used to travel across India, Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, Hyderabad, all metro cities I used to travel. And after that, I used to travel to Dubai, Singapore, Malaysia, and Mauritius. So many times I went to Mauritius, a country as well. And everywhere I used to maintain these centers, and I used to conduct 3 days and 7 days workshops to teach the spiritual wisdom. What kind of tablet, spiritual wisdom used to give a particular disease. Like that, I developed it as a meditation health science. And at one point of time, including the Raipur and so many areas, around 110 centers I used to maintain. Every center I used to visit once in 2 months. Rest of the time, my successors, they used to manage the centers in the regular basis. Almost it is like a super specialization I did. So really, I'm very much successful in giving an exceptional solution. So only one case history I will tell, and after that I'll conclude my experiences. Very recently, maybe just 2 to 3 years ago, I think, from Bangalore, one patient, he came with a myasthenia gravis complaint. So myasthenia gravis means myasthenia means muscles. Gravis means graveyard. The muscles will go into a graveyard condition. Graveyard means, that is simply death, So this disease is also called as Amitabh Bachchan disease. Amitabh Bachchan has got this complaint. So if they comb the hair, after doing 2 times, they can't lift their hand. If they eat, after eating for 2 times, the hand will go on, resting condition. The chewing muscles also will die. So like that, all their muscles doesn't, because that there is a failure in neuromuscular junction. So the muscles don't get any signal properly. It won't act. So such kind of miserable condition. So the patient was on the bed for almost 6 months time. He's unable to come out of the bed. Even though he tried to walk, immediately he will fall down. Simply he tried to get suicide almost 2 times because he is useless for the whole family. Everybody is working for him. And he is a very big self-respectful fellow. He is a North Indian, basically, I think from Punjab. And the funny part is, his business was Hindustan Drug House. Loads and loads of lorries of drugs will go throughout Karnataka from his distribution company. So being a drug distributor, so those drugs are useless for him, and he is on the bed for 6 months. So at that point of time, through word of mouth, he came to know about me, and we started teaching meditation. My successor, Praveena from Tirupati, she started teaching meditation to him on the bed itself. So day after day, 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours. At one point of time, he did meditation for 6 hours in a day, 68 hours. So miraculously, within 2.5 months, he started getting out of the bed. He is able to walk up to the bathroom. After that, able to chew his food. Until then, he used to drink his food always because he can't chew the roti. So within 4 months, he is out of the bed. And till today, he went to North India up to Vaishno Devi temple 2 times. And very recently, he came to Europe for a 15-day trip along with his wife. So a myasthenia gravis patient going to a North Indian, that Himalayas trip means it is a miracle in the world till today. He was into this myasthenia gravis, community on the online. There are thousands of myasthenia gravis patients across the globe. Everybody is simply always watching that website, whether they may get a new drug or some new solution for their problem. Earlier, he used to take 80 mg steroids. Now almost he is 0 steroids now today. And he came out of his hypertension problem. He is very minimal dose he is taking today for his hypertension. And he is totally out of all the problems out of that hypertension. So after doing that case, simply I came out of that spiritual tablets profession because that is a peak point for me. For a myasthenia gravis patient, he went to Chicago to get some advanced treatment for that before meeting me. So he gave this narration in his own words in the Spiritual Tablets website. He can go through that. It is in English. He gave his phone number as well. So after being an MBBS doctor, giving solution for the myasthenia gravis through the spiritual solution, that is my, 200% satisfaction in that. So then I thought, enough, I did all these things today. Definitely it is working miraculously. But the patients who have some past balance, who can understand this well, who are ready to become vegetarians, who are ready to do meditation, who are ready to apply these spiritual principles, for them, definitely I can be a solution. So after that, I started establishing the Enjoyment Science Academy, that is Ananda Brahma means doing spiritual cultural programs. And through that, I used to reach the rural village people, because rural people, they don't immediately, they can't understand all these things. So I used to go with a spiritual, cultural programs. We used to conduct so many cultural programs, that may be a Western dance or a temple, a classical cultural program, or a Kuchipudi or Bharatanatyam. Apart from that, we used to give these spiritual ideas to the people. They used to understand in a much better way with that. And then they used to come to the spiritual centers to do meditation. So we built a lot of pyramids in rural areas. In my own village, it's a very corner village with a 4,000 population, 20 kilometers from Visakhapatnam city. We built almost 18 pyramids in my village, the rooftop pyramids and public pyramids all together. So every day, even though they doesn't know ABCD of life, simply they come and sit under meditation, under the pyramids for meditation, especially the old people with knee joint problems and all. Within 6 months, they will come out of the problem. Without any surgery, they're able to cure their knee joint problems. They go for surgery, they have to spend 3 to 4 lakhs money. But without any money and without any pain of that surgery, they're able to cure themselves. So that is the greatest solution. Being a doctor, I gave to my village. So that is my success. So these are my experiences. And after that, very recently, after traveling across Europe, I traveled to almost more than 22 places in UK when I came last year. And then I got my own divine, guidance, and I am here today to do some research on this meditation, health part. There are already so many papers on that. After coming here only, I searched in the College Gateway. There are so many papers actually already. So many people did how this mindfulness and yoga that gives solutions for the cancer, or if you name it, for every disease there are spiritual papers for that. In my own way, with the spiritual tablets wisdom, I want to produce in future some research job in that. So that is a journey I am doing now. So this is the first part of my presentation today. And the second thing, especially for the beginners, usually in the spiritual tablets, we teach 12 basic spiritual tablets. So this is equal to the 18 principles of PSSM, more or less. So the first 6 spiritual concepts are for the beginners. The first 40 days of your meditation, you have to focus on these 6 spiritual things. These 6 things are amplifiers to get more energy. The first one is individual meditation that already have initiated, that is observing breath with closed eyes. From 10 minutes to 1 hour or whatever, you can practice that on your own. During traveling, or even in the sleeping posture also you can do it, or in sitting in a chair, on the floor, whatever. That is individual meditation. And after that, group meditation, that is what you are doing today, every day in the morning. Thanks for Sandeep to gather all of you on a platform. So any group meditation, it gives multiple energies. 3 times better energy you will get with that. And after that, pyramid meditation. So you are seeing a pyramid on my top. So this is called a pyramid. Even though it is an open frame or it is a covered one, because of that 51.2 degree angle, like the Egypt pyramids we have, it traps the energy like a convex lens working for the sun rays, converging to a point. Like that, it will converges the energy, and 3 times better energy you will get by using the pyramids. So madam also using that. Thank you very much, madam. So that is the pyramid you can use. You can keep it on your bed as well. The whole 6 hours, if you sleep under that, you will get a lot of cosmic energy. Even you get the pyramid caps also. You can use that small cap as well. So that pyramid is very, very important to get more energy. If it is there, it is good. Even though the pyramid is not there, the meditation will work anyway. So it adds a 10 to 5% or 10% of extra energy you will get by doing meditation under the pyramid. The pyramid energy, pyramid meditation. It is called pyramid meditation. And after that, full moon meditation. So during full moon days, we get a lot of energy. So every month, before the day, during the day, and after the day of the full moon, those 3 days, you have to keep as a spiritual days. So if you do more meditation those 3 days, the whole month, whatever the program you are supposed to do, that is called monthly soul program, you can make for yourself. Like the ration we bring for the whole month, for the physical body's sake, and for the mind happiness sake, the ration we bring. The soul has also got its own soul program. So that monthly soul program can be best written during the full moon days. If you do more and more meditation the whole night, you can do meditation. Half an hour, you can give intermittent meditation kind of thing. You can call it as. So that is full moon meditation. That's why usually in India, every full moon day, around 100 people or 150 people, sometimes in some major centers, 1,000 people will gather during full moon day, and the whole night they will do meditation. But miraculously, next day they won't get any problem. Still, they can go to the job, they can do their work as usual, because 1 hour meditation is equal to 6 hours sleep. If you do perfect meditation for 1 hour, it's almost equal to 6 hours. That's why after doing lot of meditation, maybe after 6 months, simply you will see, you won't feel like eating like buckets of food, whatever you eat today. The food patterns will decrease. So the obesity will automatically go away. A lot of weight gain they will get. Unwanted weight automatically will go away because the food habits will change. You will eat food only for the taste, only for the hunger. After half the hunger is completed, then simply you will stop. You won't feel like eating. And the sleep also will come down to a lot. You won't feel like sleeping for hours together. That lethargy automatically will go away. The bright face, you will wake up. So the unwanted sleep automatic. So earlier I used to sleep for 6 to 8 hours. Now I sleep anytime. If I sleep means within 4 hours I will wake up. If I sleep at 2 o'clock night, I will wake up at sharp 6. Again in the daytime, I may have some power naps. So that's why the full moon meditation is a great thing, during which you will get tremendous amount of cosmic energy, 3 times better energy you will get, and you can make the monthly soul program. And after that, so I told you 4 things. These 4 are very good amplification systems for the beginners. Individual meditation, group meditation, like you are doing regularly with a group, and full moon meditation, and pyramid meditation. And the rest of the 2, to see, these 4 are amplifying. So you are filling your pocket. And the rest of the 2 things are the draining things. If you have a hole in your pocket, whatever the energy you are whatever the money you are keeping in your pocket, if there is a hole, it will go away, right? So you have to stitch the pocket properly. It should not have any holes. To fill the holes, the other 2 things are, one is eating non-vegetarian food, including egg. And the other thing is, the optimal diet, mitaharam. So being vegetarian and mitaharam. Vegetarian means including eggs, you have to stop. Like Mandala Diksha, suppose if you do Ayyappa Swami Diksha, 40 days you won't eat non-vegetarian. If you are doing Kartika Vasam after, Deepavali, those 40 days we won't take any non-veg food. So like that, for some days, you take a Diksha. Don't use even egg also. Apart from that, if you do meditation, so your pocket is perfectly stitched. Whatever the energy you are taking, it won't go out. It doesn't mean that suppose if you are taking some non-veg food, you should not do meditation. You continue meditation. Whatever is the meditation you are doing, definitely it will work on you. But if you want to have some results, accurate results, pinpoint results and immediate effect, maybe you are having some severe financial problem or severe health problem. You want some results means you have to stitch your pocket properly. Pouring one money at one point and, if there is a gap, that I may not give you 200% confidence that you will get some solution after 40 days. So that's why in the first 6 tablets, so that vegetarianism is 1 tablet. And finally, the mitaharam optimal diet means all the 5 indriyas, not only food, the seeing, hearing, smell, and touch sensation, all these 5 has to be used very optimally. Yuktahar viharasya, yukta chestasya karmasya, yukta swapnava bodhasya logo bhavati dukha in Bhagavad Gita. Yukta means optimum. Ahara viharasya, ahara means food, vihara means moving, and nidra means sleep. All these things has to be done optimally. If you want to watch TV, okay, watch TV, but not for 8 hours or 10 hours in a day. After watching for 2 hours a movie, you got some happiness, then stop it. Then go to some other happiness. Like that, everything, sleep and viharam means if you want to roam, okay, roam, but for some time. After some time, again come back to your house and do some other activity. Like that, you have to do all these 5 senses only optimum until you get a little bit of pleasure, just to break the routine or whatever, like that. But not doing a single sense in hours together. That is called ati. Ati sarvatra varjayat. If you do one thing in a severe manner, then it will bring you the sorrow, not the happiness. Ati sarvatra varjayat. So that's why here, understanding the last one, the 6th tablet for the beginner, that is mitaharam, is also important. Otherwise, you will drain yourself. Whatever the energy you got, it will be drained if you do in a excessive manner, unwanted manner, irregular manner. unscientific manner. So the individual meditation, pyramid meditation, group meditation, full moon meditation, vegetarian diet, and optimal diet. Shakaharamu, Mitaharamu. Shakahar, Pitahar. So these are the 6 basic things for the beginners. These 6 tablets I usually write in my prescription for the beginning patients, almost for 40 days to 3 months. In some cases, maybe 6 months until they become perfect in these 6 tablets. They have to do them again and again. Once they do very sincerely all these 6 things, within 40 days or within 3 months, they will get an energy solution. Energy solution means they will get abundant energy. Their energy body will be completely cleansed, and the chakras will be activated. And whatever the energy blocks they have in their body, suppose they have a headache, behind that there is an energy block that will be cleared. They have a thyroid problem, there is an energy block. They have a low back pain, maybe the molar chakra is deficit of energy, that will be cleansed and they will get solution. Like that, wherever they have a problem, the energy blocks will be cleansed and they will get instantaneous solution. They will get a relief. And after that, they will go to the next phase. That is the second 6 basic tablets to gain the wisdom. Because according to Lord Krishna, there is a sentence called Jnanagni Dagda Karmanam. Most of you might have heard it. Jnanagni Dagda Karmanam. Jnana means knowledge, wisdom. Agni means fire. So the fire with the wisdom will burn the karmas. Dagda means, burning. Karmanam. Karmanam means karma. So whatever the karma we did in our past or present or future, whatever. So these karmas will be burnt only with the fire of knowledge, wisdom. So after doing the first 6 things vigorously, you will enter into the second phase, that is wisdom. So to gain wisdom, there are another 6 things. That is, the first one is Swadhyaya Yoga. Swadhyaya means, Swa means self. Adhyayana means reading. Reading spiritual books. So you have to read spiritual books very vigorously. Daily 1 hour you have to keep, and you have to read some 10 or 15 pages in a spiritual book. Here the spiritual book means not the cock and bull stories. Someone will come and something, they will do it for you, not like that. You are God for yourself. In such a state, such a level, the book should be. Like Osho Rajneesh, Richard Bach, Seth, Linda Goodman, Ruth Montgomery, Carlos Castaneda. There are so many Western authors and even Indian authors, Swami Rama, Paramsa Yogananda. So such kind of books you need to read. There is a list of 100 books, best spiritual books, in pssmovement.org website. You can go to that. Even I can send it to you, the PDF. So those spiritual books you have to read. That is Swadhyayam. And after that, Sajjana Sangatyam means sharing spiritual experiences with other masters, other aspirants. And third thing is hearing to the spiritual masters' discourses. This I call it as health science, spiritual health science classes. I just changed the name. And after that, spiritual health counseling. In the olden days, it is called Guru Sangatyam. So if you live with a master, if you talk to a master individually, personally, if you tell all your experiences, based on your experiences, based on his own intuition, out of his third eye, he will give you a spiritual, I call it as a prescription. If you go to a physical master, he will give you guidance. Guru Sangatyam, Acharya Sangatyam. It is called Acharya Sangatyam. So that guidance once in a month until you perfect with your own third eye. Once your torchlight is perfect, you can go even in darkness. I call it as third eye as a torchlight. Even in darkness also, it will show you the way. Until you become perfect with your own third eye. That is what my topic today, the last 5 minutes today, I'm going to tell you. So that Acharya Sangatyam is a must. Like the child, until he walks for himself, he will hold the mother's hand, a father's hand. Once he is able to walk, then he will leave it. Because he is able to walk on his own legs. You will need your guidance with a guru until you walk on your own legs, with your own third eye. That is called Acharya Sangha. After that, Prakriti Vihar means living in the nature. Once in a while, we have to go into nature and we have to take that nature energies. Because nature has got tremendous energy. The green is an energy. And we can attain that oneness concept in the initial days only in the nature, not with the concrete jungle, the concrete buildings. So living in nature. And finally, the spiritual science service. Whatever the best you got through the spiritual path, that you have to pass it on to others. You have to teach meditation to other people. You have to tell about the pyramid. You have to tell about vegetarianism. You have to tell about the effects of this group meditation and effects of the spiritual wisdom. So that is teaching the spiritual path, teaching, passing on this great message. That is spiritual science service. So these 6 things, Swadhyayams, reading spiritual books, Sachana Sangatyam, sharing your experiences, and reading to the spiritual discourses or wisdoms in the TV or whatever, a website, and Acharya Sangach, taking spiritual counseling with the master, and living in nature, Prakriti Vihar, and finally doing spiritual science service, teaching only the spiritual wisdom to other people. There are 3 services: social service, spiritual science service. We are used to do this social service, Roti Kapda Makan services. I am telling you today, I got so many patients who are very severely have this spondylitis or hand problems or neurological disorders. Those people are very seriously involved in the social service, Roti Kapda Makan service. That brings back again karma. They have to bear that karma on their body again. The moment they entered into the spiritual science service, giving only wisdom solutions, then they came out of these social service problems. So that's why here I am insisting spiritual science service, not with the Roti Kapda Makan service. When you are in LKG, when you are in law of karma, the karma yoga, you may indulge in that. That is right for that age, for that level of consciousness. But once you are a spiritual master, then you are entitled to give only wisdom solutions. You should not finger into the other people's karmas. So this is a bit higher science. Slowly you will understand in future. So finally, the 12th tablet is spiritual science service. So with this, the basic 12 spiritual tablets wisdom, I told, this is especially important for the beginners. In that, the first 6 are very, very important for the first 40 days. If you do sincerely the first 6 things, definitely you can activate your third eye. That is the final topic. Just for 5 minutes, I'm taking your time. It's already 8:30. So the regular class is over now, because if you have some, we should stick on to the time, 7:30 to 8:30. So today we discussed my spiritual experiences in brief, and of course, the 12 basic spiritual tablets. So with this, the session was over. So if you have any commitments, you can leave. I don't bother anyway. Okay, I won't mind. But because I intended to teach today, because during my little meditation, I got that instinct to teach today. So that's why I have to tell. Maybe this is a very advanced topic. Usually I won't teach, but maybe someone is there in this group today. He needs this wisdom. That's why I'm telling. So rest of the people, if you want to leave the conference, happily you can leave. I don't mind. So the third thing is, there are 2 things in this. One is my experience, and the second part is the theory about that particular wisdom. So after doing a vigorous journey for 5.5 years in Visakhapatnam in my meditation, my medicine degree for almost 1 year, in Visakhapatnam 3.5 years, and I went to Andaman. So there, after doing meditation for 2 months, and my private clinic job, and I was completely onto vegetable diet. I'm not taking rice. And after 4.5 months, I was in a research program in a ship. I'm interacting with a scientist, Botanical Survey of India scientist. Almost around at 10 o'clock on the deck, we were sitting on a deck in the ship. From 10 o'clock to up to 2 o'clock, we had a continuous conversation. He's asking so many questions to me because he observed me in that research program for 14 days. Everybody is eating non-veg food, fish and everything. But I used to boil the potatoes I used to pour some pepper and salt and, chili powder, and I used to eat. I used to eat only Maggi noodles. I used to eat only fruits because everybody is almost out of 35 people in that research program. 34 people are non-vegetarians and I'm the only vegetarian because I don't used to get food. So in the rice, I used to put some oil, salt, and some chili powder, and I used to mix it and I used to eat in front of them, along with them. So he observed me for 14 days. He is a very busy guy because he is the chief for the whole program. We are doing some research on the Jarawa tribes. Jarawa tribes means they don't have even clothes. Till today, they are there in Andaman Islands. So he asked me, why you are living? You are doing meditation. You are doing some, the following it very strictly. What are you basically? What is your special? I have some asthma problem. I want some spiritual solution for that. He talked to me. So until 2 o'clock, he shooted me so many questions. And whatever I learned in the 5.5 years with my guru and the other spiritual masters and myself, everything came out of me. There are no tablets left in my mind. Everything came out on the day. And around at 1:30, 2 o'clock, very pleasant sky, we are on the ship in the sea. And suddenly I got a new concept. That is 5 kingdoms. The mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, human kingdom, and divine kingdom. And that concept came, and every kingdom, what it denotes, that also came. I will explain you some other day. And while teaching that concept, all of a sudden, my whole body became completely blissful. So a tremendous energy came into my body because it's a complete concept. It tells about the whole earth, the whole creation, the wisdom of the creation until the divine wisdom. And so that gave me a bubbling and a swelling. Even I'm telling, while telling this experience also, I'm getting that goosebumps in my body. So that came, and whatever that point source of doubt that is there in my mind, who am I and why I am doing all these things? Even though I'm getting so many experiences, so many prediction experiences, I have to predict my own future and those days. If I work with my patient, I can understand where he was operating, about his, sometimes I used to see his past lives. Even that, up to that point, I went, but still, somewhere or other, there is a point source of doubt. Maybe I'm a medical doctor. Is it really true? Can I go with this wisdom? So that doubt is there in my mind. That was completely erased with that bliss experience. And I got some visions as well. I don't want to tell today. Maybe in advanced classes, I may express further. So simply I told, sir, whatever I can teach, I taught today. I feel like I am sleeping, I am going away. And he also saw me in a different way. And I went and I slept. Next day morning, I woke up. Whatever that point source of doubt that is there in my mind, that was totally vanished. It is not there. It's a very brilliant morning for me. And since then, till today, so that was happened in 2000, May 22nd. Until today, I don't have any problem or any doubt in my life. Every point of time, it will create next level of future. It doesn't mean that I have problems in my life. I have my own problems. But with the problem, I have a key with me. Always I'll have a key with me. Here the problem is not only my problem. If I am working with my patient problem is my problem. If I am attending to my family, those problems are my problems. If I am attending to the whole corona problem of this earth, of course, that is my problem. For that, there is a solution with me. I will work with it. So like that, my life is going in a beautiful way. So that is my self-realization experience, I call it as. So friends, I will tell you, the meditation is a perfect path. From 0 to crore, whatever you bring, there is a solution for that. Even in allopathy, because we consider only this physical body, after some point of time, So we are, out of hands. We call it as idiopathic. Idiopathic means there is no reason for that particular illness. We put it that idiopathic, and whatever the best we can do, we do for the lifetime. That may be a hypertension tablet, but here it is not like that. It is a God science. It is a complete science. We are going into zero state where we are bringing solution from out of nothing, where the totality exists. So that point I have seen in my life. And from that point, I started operating. Before that also I did a lot of meditation prachar, but after that, with a complete clarity, I am able to do, continuing my journey. So regularly I eat, I drink, I watch TV, I play with my kid, my daughter, she's into 13 years, and wife. Yeah, I think, are we running out of the time? Something like that? Yeah. So thank you.
We can
So
carry
with
on.
this experience, with this experience, I can conclude my experience part. So this third eye is there here. It is Ajna point, we call it as. So there are three things here: the third eye opening, third eye perfection, and third eye completion. Third eye opening is, if you do this meditation for 40 days with all the first 6 tablets, you can open your third eye. Third eye opening means somewhere or other you will see that glimpse. Maybe some masters here who are there in this call, they might have already opened their third eye. Anybody is there here who got a prediction dream or prediction kind of thought that this is going to happen in my life, like that you got a thought, after that you might have seen that it is materialized. Definitely some people may be there here. Or you might have seen some of your fellow friends or relatives, they may have some major problem, and after that they will face that particular thing, maybe in the dream. So that is called opening, understanding the future, even in the thought or in a dream or in day-to-day life. And the perfection means frequently this will happen in your life. And if you have any problem, somewhere or other, maybe a couple of days, you will get some solution for that. So he'll be a bit confident because he is confident that somehow or other he will get his solution. So there are no worries. That is called perfection. And finally, the completion means you will maintain your energies in the Ajna continuously like an IAS officer. Means the past, present, and future, these three things continuously in a revolving manner, they will reveal. Always you will live in present. The present only will create the present. This is what exactly the truth. It is not. So you will be beyond the past, beyond the future, beyond the present. That is called the Seth defines the life is nothing but only the present is there. There is no past and there is no future. Present only creates the present. This is what actually the earth reality. That is called the Ajna point. That is called completion state. So if you do a 40 days meditation, you can open your third eye. And if you read spiritual books and if you maintain this Sajjana Sangatya and all the things over a period of time, you can achieve that perfection state where you will attain the Dukkha-rahitya. Dukkha-rahitya means you won't have any dukkham anymore in your life. No suffering at all. And after that, if you want to achieve this self-realization or liberation or whatever, the God state, the oneness can be attained by understanding that final completion state. That is understanding that only there is only present. That is the final state. Once you understand that, and the earth reality is complete for you. But still you live to show the path to the rest of the people out of your own happiness or joy. Until your purpose is completed, you will live. After that, you will listen to the other dimensions, the higher dimensions. There are so many dimensions. Jesus Christ says, there are so many mansions in my life. Mansions means there are so many worlds. So that also we will visualize from this point. I have got a couple of experiences about the other dimensions as well. Still there is a lot of time to project into that. So glimpses I got today, but I have read so many books about other dimensions and other dimension books. So with that, I understood a lot of things, but still a lot of things to explore. because I see a lot of suffering on this earth. So present moment, I am attending to it, thinking that their problems and my problems are one and the same. So I am trying to figure out those things in a step-up manner. So this is the third part of the thing I want to tell. So the true self-realization experience of my own journey, and at the same time, the third eye point, the third eye opening, third eye perfection, and third eye completion. One has to see that completion, the self-liberation point. That is what the true purpose of life. There are people who feels that even though they have everything, suddenly they will get a feel, at least once in a day, am I doing right thing? Why I am here? What is my life? What is happening to this? So if you have that question, friends, I will tell you, I have a solution for that with me, practically, not theoretically. Just travel with me for some days, some months. I can give you the solution for that chaos that is there in your mind. Because once upon a time, I was there. Today, I don't have that. I know my purpose, what I'm doing today, what I'm supposed to do tomorrow, this week, this month, this year, coming 10 years, and after this life. Like that, you can have your own plan. Then that chaos thought that comes in our mind will automatically vanish. Okay, so that is the third part of my teaching today. Even though I try to put it in a nutshell, I can elaborate it in a great way, but just because of the time lag I took. So thank you very much for inviting me. Someone typed something in this here. Maybe I'll go through that meanwhile. So if you have any doubts, just for 2 minutes, you can express your doubts. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. It's a wonderful session for our new starters. Thank you very much for your time. It's a very good, wonderful session, I can say. Friends, any questions to ask to the GK sir?
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Sridhar Garu. I've gone through your messages. Thank you. Yeah, yes, madam.
Can I just say thank you as well? You have clarified many things for me, and your everything you've shared has been very similar to my own life.
That's really good.
I worked with full-blown AIDS. I've also worked with myasthenia gravis. I wasn't a doctor, I was a psychotherapist. It's, listening to your life is like listening to my own life. It's fascinating.
That's why I told you, madam. Today, sorry, I'm disturbing you.
No.
Literally, I got a pinch, that there is an enlightened person. You just open your mouth today. Like that, I got my instinct. That's why I told you. Usually, very rarely, I tell my experience, especially my enlightenment experience and about the third day in the first class.
And it's been so useful for me because I don't spend lots of time with a lot of people like you who can explain where I am or what's going on. And so it's been fascinating right from Shirdi, because I'd often seen Shirdi and he would come to me and, and then I would go. The only place I ever went to is Ramana Maharishi's ashram every year, where I went for many, many, many years. And then I would see, things in my dream. If I as a therapist, I would dream in the night and adjust my eyes in a particular way and almost see their past life. So if they didn't know, I would know what the issue was.
Yes.
So it's so wonderful because there are times, and I'm very privileged because I'm also married to somebody who's very much on the same path and the same wavelength as me. But it's so great, and I would love to have heard all your advanced tablets of all the because it's like, oh yes, I can tick all of these things. But I woke up out of time and space. I just woke up one morning and it was like I was in love with everything. It's like this love, like the anahata just opened. And then time and space, my mind, there was no mind after that. So when I sit in meditation and they talk about it, I don't need that because I just am nowhere. There's no mind, there's no thoughts in that way. So, but it's so great to hear you because it's like, oh, okay, you can just tick the lists and know, okay, this is it. So really, I feel very honored and privileged. Thank you very much for sharing. And I'm so pleased that I just got up in the morning and put this on. I'm still in bed with I sleep in this pyramid. And it was like, oh, okay, I'm going to do that. It was just the perfect thing, So and I hope I don't know if you ever come to Bournemouth, which is in the south. But we have about 1,000 Indians and South Indians who actually I was asking, the pyramid people to come and teach them meditation, because what I'm going to, I've worked with full-blown AIDS and substance abuse. So that was my work for over, I think 40 years ago. I started in 89. And now, and I came down to this place to retire, but now I'm going to work with our veterans, and I'm going to work with diabetes and heart with the Indian community, because I was diabetic and I did have heart condition, and I have nothing now, no medication, nothing. But also, I think where I've come to is not even the eating, because now I juice, and actually I'm pranic, so I can eat and I don't have to eat. So, it's, and what you said about not sleeping, when you're pranic in that way, I saw, oh my gosh, I could sleep for 2 hours. It's like, is this possible? How do you explain this to somebody else? And it's fascinating that, you think, oh my, who would believe me? But so I totally understand and get where you're coming from. And it's so perfect for me. This was the most perfect.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, madam. Thank you. When I was in Andaman, almost for 4.5 months, I slept only 2 hours in the day. It's happened. Of course, I used to do meditation a lot, but the real sleep was only 2 hours. Yeah. Really, thank you very much. I love to meet you in person as well in Scotland. So definitely, yeah.
Where are you in Scotland?
No. Now I'm in Manchester.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you are from Scotland. Maybe you are from somewhere else.
I'm from Bournemouth, from the south of England. Yeah, about 2 hours from London. But we have lots of people here that with the meditations. That would be very, very good.
Yeah, that's great. So thank you very much, Sandeep, for arranging this great gathering.
Yes,
and,
sir. Sean is going to ask something. Sean.
Oh, sure.
No. What I wanted to say was, thank you, sir. It was very, very useful session. I'm a beginner, but listening to this is amazing. So thank you very much for sharing this, and I'm looking forward to hearing more from you, sir. Thank you very much. We'll see if we can meet some point in the near future. We'll see. That would be good. Thank you again, Sandeep.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing this. Thank you,
sir. Thank you very much, sir. And one more, my humble request was, like Madam is doing. So for all the Scotland people, if someone is suffering with any illness, continuously for the lifetime, and definitely the medical science has got its own limitations. So please bring them when I'm here. Definitely I'll be here for some more years, and just by Skype call or whatever, I can talk to them and I can give my own way of spiritual solution. Maybe definitely it will be useful for them. Yeah, thank you.
So something about Sean is that he's helping me to promote this in the Tamil Association of Scotland. So Sean is helping me to do that, actually. Thank you very much to Sean as well.
Yeah, we have been missing this, and we are getting this. So we're trying to push as much and bring in as many people as we can to help, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, that's really great, sir. Yeah. There are so many Tamil masters as well, like me, thousands of masters in India and especially Tamil Nadu. They also can come in the call and they can teach you exclusively the Tamil people, even though you are one, they don't matter. Okay, so in future we can arrange weeks, once in a week or twice in a week Tamil classes as well. Yeah.
Sure. Sir, one more question from Sanjeev, sir. Your favorite old student from Scotland.
Sanjeev, sir.
Not a question. I just want to say thank you. It's good to see you after a long time.
Yeah, after a long time I saw you. So you're the only two guys I met. Yeah, always I ask about you. What happened to Sanjeev? When to
I think it has been almost like a year, I guess. More than a year.
Yeah, exactly. More than a year.
It's 2018 August, sir, Sanjeev ji.
Yeah.
We had this session in Mandir.
Yes. Sir, one more thing on Sanjeev, sir, is like he's helping me to promote in Hindu Mandir.
Very good. Great.
Yes. Yeah. With the help of Samir, there is a Samir sir also helping me to promote in that as well. And
very great. Very great. Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much. Yeah. Meet you again. Meet you, madam. Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Dr. G.K. Garu. It's a wonderful session. You have taken medication to meditation. How the
Thank you. Yeah, thank
one
you, Raghuvaji.
like in a doctor from the medical point of view, and then mix with the spirituality, how one can heal it. It is more inspiring, motivational
Yeah.
for us. Thank you.
So all credits go to our Grand Guruji Brahmarshi Patriji, and
Yeah.
he is one of my admiring gurus as well in this lifetime. So yeah, thank
I
you.
have a question.
Yes, please.
You said patient problem is my problem. You felt it. How come is that like you mean their karma? You feel it your karma? What is that? I just missed
Yeah,
that one.
see, it is something like initially when they come out of ground common sense, first we try to give the weight on his head. Okay, if someone comes with a luggage, immediately we can't take his entire luggage onto our head, right? It is after all his luggage. So first we help him to take his own luggage by doing all the 12 basics I said. We teach the 12 basics. So after going through it, definitely the burden will reduce. After some time, we try to give him the wisdom, the second solution. Even after giving some wisdom, still he feels heavy. And at one point, if we feel that he is in his path in a perfect way, but still he is getting problem, he is unable to come out with what exactly happening here. So at that point, I feel like it is my problem because I feel a failure. He is with me all the time, but still he is suffering. Why he is suffering? I have to give him a solution. So if he leave me and if he go away that he is not doing anything, it is his problem. It is not my headache, you know. But he is not leaving me. So I have to be a solution for him. So at that point, I feel that it is my problem. So when I think that it is my problem, I will start looking into him. Then I will see his past. I will see his future. I will see his present. And then I'll get some wisdom solution. So with that wisdom, again, I will give a different level of solution. Maybe it is a kind of super graduate, super special solution, a kind of. So with that, again, he will rework. 99.9%, there he will get solution. After giving that kind of super, specialist solution, if you think that he is a mad fellow, he told so many solutions for me, how it will work. At that point, suppose if he leave me and if he go away, I'm sorry. If he apply it, then definitely he will get the solution. Even then, of course, there is a point, not 1%, Suppose if I see into his past and if he give a solution, he is applying, but still he is not getting relief, then the pain will be distributed. Himself and as well as me will share that pain. That is what best we can do.
Okay.
So that is the point where I will show, but that situation arises at a point, not 1%. That's why we will be out of healing. We never do any healing. We teach meditation first. We give all the 12 basic tablets. After that, we give wisdom. After that, we look into his past, present, and future with the third eye, and we can give the true wisdom solution. Still he is suffering means that is the point where the guru or the master will take his pain onto his body. But it is very, very rare. Out of 1 crore, at one point it will come. Okay? Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. In other terms, you change the prescription. First you give the general paracetamol, then later you give the antibiotics.
Of course. You are more than me as a doctor. Thank you, madam. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll meet again.
Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Thank you.